Will.
What up, y'all?
Come on now. Episode.
Alright, yeah. Episode, what is it, Jamal? You always know the episode.
8.
Episode.
This is not episode 8.
This is 8.
Episode 8.5. Whose side are you on?
Okay, we're gonna act like that didn't happen.
Anyway, episode 8. Whose side are you on? Will songs on everything. OVO songs on Instagram, just so you know how I'm rocking today. D.
This is D. Regular. J.
J Layer Instagram.
Alright. First and foremost, how was everybody's week?
School. Nothing crazy. Besides what's all going on the internet.
Yeah, the internet's been crazy this week. Like, my life ain't been that crazy, but the internet's been crazy this week.
Well, your life is pretty crazy though.
Nah, my life is pretty chill, actually. I live a humble life, just, you know what I mean? Try to work 9 to 5, stay out of jail.
I'm not gonna blow you up this week, so I'm gonna let you rock. I'm not gonna blow you up on your personal life, but let's get into these topics. You already know what we're about to talk about.
Alright.
So no, before calm down.
Look at him. Look
Calm down. So you know we're gonna talk about Pusha and Drizzy. Jamal, I'm gonna let you start off.
No, you guys can start.
No. Look, I'm gonna let you start off.
I'm not saying
You should let me start off.
All right, go ahead.
I'm the only one that's objective in this.
Whatever. I'm not objective.
You're slightly objective. Objective.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right, brief recap of what's going on, in case you've been living under a rock. Pusha T dropped his album, sent some shots. Drake dropped a diss track the same day, solid diss track. Everyone was hyped for like 4 days, saying Pusha's done. I never thought he wasn't going to reply. Like, I thought people were crazy to think he wouldn't reply, because Pusha T raps too good to just not reply. Like, he's not Meek Mill, like, all disrespect intended. Because he did everything that Meek Mill was supposed to do, like, and just fight back. Like, even win, lose, or draw, just fight back, my nigga. Like, so yeah, I mean, much respect to Push. So then Push kind of did the unexpected, because the way I feel like I and most people felt this beef would go is that Drake would win the internet and like funny like jokes type shit, and then Push would rap as good or better than Drake in whatever diss track would drop. Like, I feel like the consensus, like, that's how people thought the beef would go. And Push kind of flipped it. Like, personally, I feel like lyrically and musically that Drake's diss track was better, but it's impossible to say that he's winning right now, because like the bombshells that Pusha T dropped, like, and all of that was just huge. So like, he won the internet, and like for the first time ever kind of like turned the world against Drake. So like, I'm interested to see where it goes next, but other people here are just extremely biased about the situation. But I'm just being completely objective, because Drake's been my favorite artist for like 10 years. I rock with Pusha. Like, I listen to every Pusha T album besides Daytona, because it's beef mode right now. So like, I'm not rocking with him. But but yeah, I mean, that's
so how is that being objective?
What you mean? I mean,
you didn't. Okay, I'm gonna let you. You still didn't listen to the album?
No, I have complete respect for Pusha T's pen and career, but it was just like, I was going to listen to the album
until you took
the
a shot.
Day that Drake responded, and I was like, oh, it's war mode now. Like, I'm the same.
It's OVO.
Yeah, I'm the same guy that erased all the Meek out my phone. When, you know what I mean? When the beef.
You erased something else.
What?
Recently. What did you delete recently? I thought you had the album and you deleted it.
Nah, Daytona, I never listened to it.
You deleted something recently.
I deleted all my Pusha T recently.
Yes, yeah. That's what it was. You're petty.
But I still had the utmost respect for him. It's just me being petty. Like, it's war mode, so fuck
Jamal?
him.
What happened?
How do you feel about Prince Push, Jamal?
You mean King Push?
No, Prince Push.
King?
When you go ahead. Let me hear it.
Alright, basically, Drake, you fell into the trap, man. That was your idol, and you just fell into the trap. You replied back to him. He got you with the haymaker right there, with the whole scandal, blackface thing, and he got some explaining.
Okay.
Oh, that's what I forgot to touch on. Go ahead.
And this is all like
I'm speaking after this, so it don't matter.
A huge distraction, because now you're like in recovery mode. Push is doing everything. You literally raised his followers from like 1.1 to like 1.5, 1.6.
Jamal, this is what
the invoice was for.
Hold on.
Yeah, you're right.
Hold up. Wait. This is the big, like, this is what we were supposed to fear in this debate.
But he bit the bait, and
okay, but no, it's not about. This is not about biting bait. Is rap not a sport? Okay, so if Drake didn't respond, you would be talking shit. That's a fact. No. I'm talking about if Drake didn't respond to Pusha T's bait. would y'all not have a problem with that? Yes, you would. Secondly, no. Let me break down your timeline. This is how I know you're biased. Let me break down his timeline. Pusha drops Infrared. He drops Daytona. We're like, oh, that's cool. Pusha drops Infrared. You're like, it's over for Drake. You said it was over for Drake.
Bias reaction. I did.
Okay. Drake drops his song. You said Infrared as a diss track was better than Drake's song.
Stupid.
Drake had 1 bar, 2 bars, if that, from Pusha. Drake gave him a whole song, and you said Infrared was. You said Drake was. What was it? 1-0.
What did he say? It was written like Quentin. That was better.
He said it was written like Quentin. No, he said it was written like Nas, but it came from Quentin.
It was better than the whole Duppy
That
freestyle.
was better than the whole Duppy freestyle. So you're gonna tell me that that's not.
No,
I don't think I said it was better than the whole Duppy.
That's what you said. Yo, oh my gosh. Yo.
I said it was better than Duppy freestyle.
You said
Push was still winning.
You
I
said
said
Push
there was
won.
3 haymakers. Remember I said
No.
You did say that, yeah. But you said Push was still winning
Push
after
was
Duppy
winning.
dropped. Before even
because
Pusha,
you know why? Because of the Exodus 23. What? 20,
Yo, are they not bringing up
6 years
Exodus?
ago.
That shit
That's
came out in
the Duppy's
2003.
like it's kind of like a reply.
then we can bring up 2 birds, 1 stone then.
Because
If we
Pusha
wanna
just.
do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, did you pressure Pusha for not responding to that? Till 2018?
His own time. So like.
Okay, so wait, so he can be on his own time, but this whole week you were saying Drake needs to respond by
Because
today.
Pusha did it in a timely manner.
But-
You,
No. So wait, hold up. So Drake, Pusha doesn't have to respond to 2 birds.
2 birds, 1 stone was dropped 3 years ago for the record.
So Pusha
Nah, I thought it
doesn't.
was like 2.
It was about like 2.5.
Pusha's not on the clock. He just dropped in 2018.
And Pusha responded in a magazine to 2 birds, 1 stone to keep it 1,000 too.
What's Drake doing right now? Drake, he's sitting at home gathering up his.
Okay, but you're being a hypocrite.
But he might have 3. But if Drake got, what if he got 3 years?
Wait,
I'm not gonna bring Exodus and 2 birds,
You
1
have the
stone into
scandal
this.
going on right
But
now,
I'm saying,
and people,
I'm not even done. So
it's fabulous, man.
now, if we really want to analyze both tracks, in my opinion, bar for bar, Drake had the better song.
he did.
The only reason why this is so big is because people are so intrigued about Drake's personal life. You don't know these little about a baby and
And
things
not
like
to
that.
mention, that's not fair because no one gives a fuck about Pusha T's personal life. Let's keep it 100. Like, no, nigga, I don't. That's why exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like niggas are trying to award Pusha like the beef because of Drake's personal life.
As
I don't
Charlamagne
care.
the guy says, entertaining a lot.
Yeah.
But and
that's
as
true.
I said to you though, if we're people that's analyzing music, I don't think that we should have that type of approach. I feel
Exactly.
like people outside of music that don't really analyze music, we can't. I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh, the lie is better than the truth. Like this was my thing when I first heard Pusha's track. I mean, I listened to Drake, I listened to Pusha.
Pusha had some bars in there though.
I'm gonna
He had
let
a
you
couple.
Yeah, nobody said he didn't have
He had
bars.
some bars. It
But
wasn't
if
better
you
though.
listen to Drake's music, you like everything that Pusha was saying, I kind of already knew. Like, what did he say? My mother is 66 and her favorite line to hit me with is who the fuck wants to be 70 and alone? Was it something like that?
Yeah, and I already knew about the potential kid, and I'm like, who
And
am
we
I to
already
judge
know
it?
about
I'm not
Drake's
going to
father.
judge a
But
nigga
look-
on his parental skills.
But wait,
like,
no, that's not even.
I don't care. Like, I
No,
don't
but
care.
no, but I'm saying.
if Drake's raising his kid or not. I'm
But
sorry.
wait,
that
we're not
makes me-
saying. I'm not saying that Pusha's track wasn't.
It was cool,
wasn't good. But bar for bar, if we break down those bars, Drake had the better verse. And if you can pull up the track, we can do
Pull up the
this.
lyrics for that.
Yeah,
Pull up the lyrics.
Pusha just took the
I
disrespectful
told you to pull up the lyrics. I told you to let's go bar for bar when we was in the group chat. You didn't want no smoke though.
Pusha T's way advanced for Drake.
But Jamal, even if you say that, but not in those tracks. We can compare those tracks.
You don't even know the song.
The story of happiness, whatever.
Nah, don't disrespect his son, man. It's a Adidas.
Whatever.
So, you know, I knew this nigga almost was about to have a son like almost
I knew
a year
that
ago.
too.
So it's like, I'm like, can I
But
really?
Jamal is like Jamal is a hypocrite.
The blackface shit was terrible.
are.
Thank you. What?
The blackface shit was terrible. Don't get.
Okay, and even when it comes to the blackface situation, right? So it's wild, but it's like it's almost like Pusha, the person that's cutting your check.
Yeah.
So it's like it's almost like a contradiction. Like
Father had to stretch his hands.
That's how.
Oh, let's break these bars down. Let's do it down.
Let's go.
Oh my God,
It's
this
just-
L is coming so fast.
Pusha was more
I have a question.
That's all.
I feel like I need to get.
Go ahead, you might as well. Go ahead.
I feel like right now, y'all.
Go ahead, say something. What?
Things.
All right.
Wait, break. Go. Do the bar.
All right, I'm gonna start from the meat and potatoes.
Go ahead.
All right. You mentioned wedding ring like it's a bad thing. Your father walked away at 5. Hell of a dad thing.
Stop right there.
That's not the beginning.
No. Okay, wait. Okay, say that bar one more time. Say it again.
You mentioned wedding ring like it's a bad thing.
You gotta run that back because Jamal's over here breaking fucking mics and shit. Go ahead.
All right. You mentioned wedding ring like it's a bad thing. Your father walked away at 5. Hell of a dad thing.
Stop right there. Did you know that?
Is that a diss though? Like we're dissing
That's what I'm
nigga
saying,
for his
okay.
dad walking out on his life? I mean, I get it. Like
No, it's not that.
I love
but,
disrespectful.
No,
beef,
but Will,
it's
this
just
is my
like-
question. You know that already.
Like, who cares?
Wait, no, but this is my question. Will, this is my question. Do we know that already?
What? Yeah.
Okay,
I know
cool.
that.
Okay, go ahead. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Marriage is something that Sandy never had. Drake, how you win it, but she kept coming in last.
That bar was fire. That was fire. That was fire. I like that bar.
Hold on, okay.
That was fire.
Okay.
Let's go.
That was
There you go.
fire.
We stop.
Monkey suit Dennis, you parade him. A Steve Harvey suit nigga made him. He's in that funny suit. You just parade your dad around like. I used to tweet his own, so I can't really judge that.
A Steve Harvey suit being funny, that's not really that lyrical to me, but that's just me. But
Alright.
cool bar.
I do. His father is pretty funny though in them suits.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. I mean, it's funny, but like, is that really? That's not like
And
a
his
lyrical,
father
like-
coming at Wendy is pretty like.
Yeah, that shit was
goat
funny.
status.
That shit was funny.
jokes. Go ahead though.
Confused, always felt you weren't black enough, afraid to grow because your fro wouldn't happen.
I didn't like that.
Didn't
bar.
he have a fro?
I didn't like that.
He
bar.
had the mini
skip
fro
it
and
out.
the
That was
grass.
probably the weakest bar on there.
Okay, go
Good
ahead.
one. Since you name dropped my fiance, let him know who you chose as your fiance.
Stop.
Haymaker number 2.
Stop the track. Can we just acknowledge the fact that Pusha T is acting incredibly light-skinned in this beef? Can we all acknowledge
No,
that?
he can say that.
Listen,
Yeah, you can.
can,
He
can,
mentions fiancé,
I, can I say my point?
Go
ahead,
Can I say
take
my
it.
point? Did Drake say anything disrespectful about this man's fiance?
You mentioned his
I
fiance.
understand,
Okay.
but can you answer my question? Though?
Yeah.
No, he didn't say anything. No, he didn't say anything disrespectful. He just said her name. No.
Okay.
I don't think that Pusha is off limits for saying what he's saying. I'm saying
No,
that.
I get it.
Well,
Like,
I'm answering your
yeah,
question.
yeah, go
It
ahead.
wasn't disrespectful what he said. He just said his name, and Pusha's like, nobody can say my wife's name but me.
I get
Like,
it. Like,
it's over with.
I get it. Like, yeah, if I punch you and you decide to shoot me,
Okay,
like, your
so read
reaction
the-
is, you know what I mean?
read the bar
whatever.
one more time.
But
Which one? The fiance one? Mm-hmm. Since you name dropped my fiance, let him know who you chose as your fiance.
Okay.
Sophie knows better as your baby mother, cleaned up her IG, but the stench is on her. The baby's involved is deeper in rap. We talking character. Let me keep with the facts. You were hiding a child.
Hold on, you gotta say that one more time. That's my favorite part.
Sophie
You
knows
are
better
hiding a
as your
child.
baby mother, cleaned up
like,
her
who is this
IG,
nigga? Mari, nigga? Like,
A baby's involved is deeper than rap. We talking character. Let me keep with the facts. You are hiding a child. Let that boy come home. Deadbeat mother playing border patrol.
and that's
Stop.
and this is my problem. This is my problem. This is my problem though. This is my problem though. That was the best like flow of his verse, but
That's
like,
not lyrical.
but I didn't care about like that content.
okay,
That's why
are
I
we
take
talking
points
about-
off.
no,
That's
but
just
I'm
me.
saying, okay.
I like that flow.
That
but,
flow
like,
is dope.
I knew that shit already.
But the general public
I've
didn't
seen
know
this
this.
bitch
Like,
before.
Who didn't know
a
that?
lot of people on Twitter.
I know people didn't see that.
Okay.
I know people didn't know.
Maybe.
I'm just talking
Okay,
about me.
okay, so like.
I'm just talking about me. You feel me? Like I know people didn't know, but I'm just talking about my
Okay,
reaction.
keep going. Because we're talking about the most, what's being more lyrical, right? Okay, so how many bars so
But
far that did you
in a
count?
battle, it doesn't.
No, I'm asking a question. We're talking about which is more lyrical right now, correct? Because we were saying we're
Lyrics
going.
have also, yeah, it's.
Mind you,
that's
we
what we
didn't even
just
get to Drake shit. That's the crazy.
I know, that's what I'm
He's
saying.
gonna have something like.
Drake
No,
has a lot.
you're
He
gonna
has
rap
a
the
lot
same
of
thing and
punches.
have that same energy when you rap it.
Drake has
I got
mad
a great
punches.
point.
Go
Now
ahead,
done.
go ahead, go ahead.
Even in battle rap, the most lyrical guys who get mashed up by a dude with mad performance or delivery. Quote unquote,
Nigga.
JC versus fucking.
I agree,
Because you know
but
that
that's
shit.
what I'm
That's
saying.
not what we're talking-
But that's why I'm saying Pusha is winning right now, but he's winning in a way that I didn't think he would win. Like, cause
I agree with that.
lyrically, I think Drake is winning
That's
right
all-
now.
did-
But
is that not
overall,
what we said?
Pusha is winning.
Is that not what we said?
I don't know. I gotta go. Let's review the.
Jamal, you said
That's
this
just
is
me.
no, but we're going off of what Jamal said.
Yeah.
I said in regards to bars, Drake definitely outbarred Pusha on this.
If you compare
people
those
keep
two
trying to
tracks,
argue with
yes.
me that's a fact.
That's
If
all I'm
when we
saying.
go back to Drake's song, Drake 100% outbarred him. His was more shock value because this is things that you just what?
Bro,
Let's
Go
review
ahead,
this.
keep going.
Adonis is your son, and he deserves more than an Adidas press run.
That's not lyrical.
That line was cool when we found
It's
out like
cool.
what it meant and afterwards.
Yes, that is.
Like, yeah,
that
but
You
is.
dropped the bomb on this. Let me stop.
Yeah.
Did not
Afterwards,
drop that
that
fucking
bar
bomb.
meant a lot more.
I don't know,
Afterwards,
that was like a kicking over a can. Like, that is not a fucking bomb. Go ahead.
I love that baby. Respect that girl. Forget she's a porn star. Let her be your world.
Fuck out of here, nigga. Like, nigga, don't tell a nigga how to raise his kids, bro.
No,
Like,
don't
like, yo,
depict what he's saying. We're talking about
I'm just-
bars. That like.
But listen, Jamal, let's say we arguing and shit. Let's say you're dating a chick named Raven Williams.
Don't act
and
like
shit.
that's not a good lane.
But listen,
the baby was a good lane because he really
I
messed
understand.
up.
Can I get to my point?
Get to your point.
If I say, yo, Jamal, you keep playing with my name, I'm gonna let it ring on you like Virginia Williams or whatever the fuck your girl's name is. If you come back and make a status, yo, this nigga Will Song's got a kid by a porn star. He was hiding the bitch on Instagram and he took a picture in blackface. Like, I would be like, God damn, Jamal. Like, all I did was say the bitch's name. I mean, I'm sorry. Say the girl's name. Like, I'm just saying, Pusha overreacted. I'm all for it. Like,
No,
I love disrespectful beef.
No,
Like,
I
love
understand.
it.
I
But
feel like
saying.
Pusha had to like he knew Drake was gonna respond, so he wanted to
Yeah.
put this information out there. I have nothing. There's nothing wrong with Pusha saying like using that tactic because it hasn't been used before.
Not at all. Nothing's.
So I
all
like
bets
this.
are
Is what I'm
off
saying.
on this.
I'm perfectly okay with what Pusha is saying. All I'm saying is if we're talking bar for bar, which you keep saying that Pusha outbarred him, I personally don't agree with that.
Yeah, we do got. Yeah, we got.
Go ahead. The song's almost over too.
It is because I don't know.
And how many bars?
We
how
didn't even
many-
get to my
You didn't say
best bar,
anything.
my
You just
favorite
said
bar.
something
Yeah.
close and
Nah, you didn't say
No,
the
you
40.
talking about the 40
The 40, yeah, that was my
Yeah,
favorite part.
yeah.
like
me
yeah,
too.
that's
I
that's.
did hear my verses on subsequent with curses. I'm pre-booking the churches, my verse rehearsals.
You cannot read
Filler.
that fast for the people. They don't know what you're saying.
How dare you put yay in my verses? I'm selfish. I want all the curses. I'm pre-booking the churches, me versus rehearses. If we all go to hell, it'll be worth it.
Man, let me read the Drake verse. I don't like your
Already
enthusiasm.
aligned with the greatest the only one I chase.
How he reading his argument like that?
Let me read
Still
the Drake
giving you
verse.
classics. That's the only thing that dates me. OVO punched over like he 80. Tick.
Stop it.
That part was
That was my favorite part
That
of the
was.
diss
tick
track.
tick tick. You gotta say it like that. You said tick.
That was my
tick.
favorite
You gotta
part.
tick tick tick.
Tick, tick, tick. How much time he got? That man is sick, sick, sick. I got the devil flow, nigga. Not saying that. Surgical slumber with it. Snip, snip, snip. And you don't really.
I like that part.
That's it. But yeah, that was my favorite part. Like,
All right. So how many? Okay, in total, how many like?
Dope shit on that.
Yeah. In all seriousness, I'm not even trying to. We're really just trying to scale it.
In my opinion, quote unquote, OVO hunts like he 40.
That's
This
one.
is a haymaker.
The Birdman one you didn't even say is one of the ones I
forgot
like.
about that.
Yeah.
Number 2. The mom joint was number 3. And,
That's the only 3 I liked heavy.
I said the fiance, so I say 4.
Beyonce. What was it? Read that one more time. What
Since
is
your
it?
name, draw my fiance, let him know who. Oh, the Adonis shit. My
Oh, the
fault.
light skin bar. Nah.
So that's
like-
so four.
And the dead motherfucker playing Border Patrol 5.
5.
Yeah, 5 is cool. I'll go 5.
I guess the Border Patrol was the okay.
I'll give you that one more than the
Then
one before that.
yeah.
I
I
would
say,
say 5.
of course you wouldn't, but
I'll say 3.5, but hey.
It's alright. What's this thing called? Duppy?
wow. Now you don't know the name of the song.
Mind you, I want all the viewers to know.
Mind you, I
Jamal bought
love-
tickets to the
first of
Drake
all, I love
concert the
that
day
this-
they dropped. I just
We're
want-
all yeah. We're going to the Drake. We're going to the Drake
For the
concert.
8th
Like,
time, I love Drake's music, but I do not consider him a real MC.
oh wait, before we get to no, I'm gonna talk about this after. I'm gonna talk about this after. Remind me to discuss the reference tracks.
Oh yeah.
Please, because I have a very good point to prove.
Oh gosh, alright.
And read it. Can you read it with some like? Some
Unless you want me to
spirit?
read it, man. 'cause-
Now I know how to
No,
smash
Jamal
those.
has to read it because he's like.
And you gotta do.
So if you rebuke me,
No, hold on. Wait.
Yo.
You didn't even do the sigh and all that. Like you gotta set the vibe.
There you go.
So if you rebuke me, for
Nah.
Will.
Nah, I got it.
All right. And be fair.
Say the audacity. Say.
The audacity, the nerve. He said that.
I'm in shock. The nerve, the audacity. Okay. So if you rebuke me for working with someone else on a couple V's, what do you really think of the nigga that's making your beats? I done things for him I thought that he would never need. Father had to stretch his hands out and get it from
Stop
me.
it. That's
One.
one. That was hella. That was.
That's
lit.
one.
That was.
And
was
Jamal,
some
do you
shit.
agree?
Yeah.
Oh, don't say it like that. That's a fact. Go ahead.
I pop stop for 30 hours and let him repeat. Now you popping up with jokes. I'm dead. I'm asleep.
Still keeping the rhyme scheme, by the way.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
I just left from over by y'all, putting pen to the sheets. Tired of sitting quiet and helping my enemies eat.
Same rhymes.
Keep getting temperature checks. They know that my head overheats. Don't know why. That's not like that. Don't know why.
I'm talking about the rhymes.
Go ahead.
Must have your infrared on. Now you're heading the beam. That's two.
That's
You're
about the track.
Of what ever jealousy breeds. Don't push me on an album mode. You're not even top 5. Your label talent goes.
Not true, but a bar.
That's a bar.
That's not,
Depending on how
Okay, go ahead.
depending on how talented is Tiana Taylor. We could go through the list.
He was careful on the
We can go through the list.
Not say lyricist. You know,
Yo,
he's a talent.
listen, we
This
can.
guy's a
If he says talent, he might not be top 5. If we're keeping it 100.
That's true.
If we're
So you
keeping
got
it 100.
what is it, sci-fi?
Don't disrespect Sci-Hi.
I'm sorry, it's Sandy. Sci-Hi, Tiana Taylor, Kanye West,
Big
Cudi, Big Sean.
That's 5
2
already.
Chainz.
I'm not putting 2 Chainz.
No, I'm saying no. I'm just naming the people. I'm
He's
naming
not
the
good
people.
music.
He was on good music. Is he still there?
Regardless, I'm not putting 2 Chainz over Pusha.
Common.
He is. He's dope.
What's Consequence?
He's not good music.
What?
Is Common on good music still? Because I would put him over Pusha.
Yeah, he's on there.
To keep it
So is that not 5 people that we named already in regards to talent?
In regards to talent.
I just said it.
What about Virgil? That's another Haymaker feature later on in the track. But go
I told him
you don't know who Virgil is? Because I'll explain that Haymaker if you don't know
You
who
send
Virgil
shots
is.
when I challenge. You send shots while I got.
Wait, hold up. Wait, so are we counting that one as a bar?
Nah, because that's questionable.
We just said it and you didn't.
Because some of those guys are not even on good music that you named.
Who's not?
2 Chainz is not on good music.
2 Chainz, I don't
2
even
Chainz
agree with
was
2
on good
Chainz.
music.
That was like the 7th person we named.
No, but I'm saying 2 Chainz is on good music.
Now he's on Def Jam.
No, but was he on?
I'm
Was
pretty
he,
sure it's the same.
But top 5 can be debated in regards to talent.
You must not have seen the Fade video, my nigga.
All right, whatever. So that's not a bar.
I'm not yet. I'll go back to it. You send shots, but I got to challenge those. But I bring close to the element. I can never have a Virgil.
That's a bar.
Yo.
That's a bar.
He was barring that nigga.
That's a bar.
You
That's
gotta
3.
keep it 100.
That's
Pusha
3.
came with the jokes, but Drake
Keep
came
going.
with the
Keep
bars.
going.
I can never have a Virgil in my circle and hold him back because he makes me.
Hold on,
4.
pause. Do you not know who
4.
Virgil is for
I
real?
know who it is. I was just fucking around.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
All right,
that's 4.
definitely a
And
Haymaker.
hold on. All right, I want to see my brothers flourish to their higher purpose. You niggas, leeches and serpents. I think it's good now that the teachers are learning. Yeah.
I know you. Hold up.
Nigga,
You're not gonna
these-
be disrespectful
These
reading
rhyme
these
schemes
bars.
are crazy, bro. Like that's the type rap
Yo.
I like. So I
He's
mean,
doing multi-syllabics. That's
yeah, I love,
So
I love that type
that
rap.
has to be correlated.
That's me.
That this is going into
I'm
what I'm
just-
saying. Keep going.
Your brother said it was you and your cousin and him and you. So
That's definitely a Haymaker.
that's a fucking lie, and I will prove that to you, nigga. That
Read the
is a
bar.
fucking-
Read the
First of
bar.
all,
Read
Your
the
brother
bar.
said it was your cousin, then him, then you. So you don't rap what you did, you just rap what you knew. Lie, that's not counting the bar because when
His
Malice,
manager was
when Malice went to the army, Pusha T was already running the block, and this is on the documentary. With
No,
his 2
you're
other
just talking
cousins.
about what you.
No,
you're just
yo, that's
talking
not.
about what you-
No, that's not.
Can I speak?
Go ahead, man.
I'm just saying you're just talking. Like,
Niggas get
calm
emotional
down. Like,
with Pusha
calm
T.
down.
I didn't know
I'm about to say what I'm about to say what Malice
I really
said.
didn't know.
But Malice said when he went to the army that Pusha finally stepped in or some shit. He started running the block when Malice went to the army, correct?
Nigga.
Is that what he said? No.
Either or, the next bar he says
Keep
about
going.
Malice is a
Keep going.
Haymaker.
Keep going.
Don't be ashamed of playing niggas that do what you do. There's no malice in your heart. You're
6.
approachable dude.
That was a Haymaker. No malice in your
That's
heart.
5.
Like, come on.
That's
man.
5. Okay.
Because the other one's
So he's already up on your
college
scorecard. So
kids and Nikes and Mercedes, but
That's-
act like he sold drugs for Escobar in the 80s.
that's not fire and very accurate on Pusha T.
But he didn't even say something like that.
He all he raps about is just selling coke, though, bro. Like I'm just.
Keep
I
going.
fuck with
Keep
Pusha.
going. Keep going.
I had a microphone of yours, but then the signature faded. I'm gonna question that because on
You said that was fire.
No,
You said
You said that was fire.
You said that was
You said that was
your
fire.
favorite.
You said that was fire in the group chat.
17 and yours he even admitted, yo, I was using the microphone, I even scratched it off. He made it seem like he did it by himself. Dog, you used the fucking microphone, man. You said it on MTV.
First, why are you so? Why are you getting so angry? What
Because, yo, y'all be
Jamal,
casting this
no,
man.
no,
like,
I'm
yo,
saying,
he's like,
Jamal, you said, Jamal, no, Jamal,
He's already up on your scorecard.
Jamal,
So how are we
you said
guessing?
you said that bar was fire. So I'm just confused.
You-
Are we?
I can't retract my statement at all.
Okay,
Even if you take that one, you
That
still have him
part-
at 5 haymakers right now
Yeah,
over
I'm not
Pusha's.
debating that.
Okay, so
Keep going.
I think that much pretty resembles what's been happening lately. Please believe your demise will be televised. Yeah, and that's for Q man that changed his life a couple times. Nigga was at Kroger working double time. Y'all acting like
Why are you acting? Wait, why are you fixing your face like
Because I'm
confused?
like, I'm trying to think
is that not bars he had to address though? If we're keeping
Yeah,
it 1,000,
Because he's responding back to what
it's
Pusha said on
written like
Infrared.
Clinton. So
Okay, so but you gotta read it. When you read it in too fast, people can't even
Y'all
read
the
it.
acting
hatred
like
in this.
he made the boy when I was trying to help the guy. Yeah, who gassed you to play with me, man? You made this shit as easy as ABC.
that was the weakest bar on his
That
list.
was whack.
That was the weakest.
Whoever supposedly making me hits, but they got them hits sound like they need me. My hooks did it, my lyrics did it. my-
Yo, pause that. I did not know that Pusha said like that same shit on his album because somebody played that song for me the other day. So like that made me like that bar a little bit better. Still not a haymaker, but just saying. I was wondering why he did like my lyrics did it. It didn't feel right like with the track, but I get it now. But yeah.
I get what you're saying.
I really shouldn't have given you none of my time because you older than the nigga you running behind.
That's a half a haymaker on the low, because that's kind of facts.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah. Look, holla at me when you're multi-million. I told you keep playing my name. I'm gonna let it ring when you ring.
That's a haymaker because it turned him into a light skinned nigga.
Okay, so
I'm too resilient to get you out your feelings. It's gonna be a cruel summer for you. I told Weezy, baby, I done him. I'm gonna do him.
First, it's done him. Don't do that. Don't
Nah,
do
it
that.
just looks weird. Tell you that we got an invoice coming, considering we just sold another 20 for you.
okay, so I have a question. You pointed out the bars from Pusha's that was hot, and from the scale that we just did, going bar for bar, Drake didn't have better bars.
Keep it 100, Jamal.
Like Jamal, and also like I'm not even being biased because I like both songs, but
Yeah, we had better bars, but
Thank you.
That's all I said.
That's all we've been saying
that's all I
week.
said. Like
some of them joints are questionable at the same time, man.
the same thing for Push. Like
Bro, you're the same
Yo,
person that's quoted that's saying well, it doesn't matter as long as the people like.
yeah, like you. That's all we've been saying. Nobody said Pusha's shit was whack. You over here like Drake got bod that. He did not get
Told y'all
body.
that's the final
If we're talking, like I said, you just proved my point though. If we're talking bar for bar, we just went through both songs. I let you grade. I even gave you some stuff that I didn't even feel like Pusha, like that bar was just out of this world. We counted it as a bar. You counted it. We just counted up Drake. We actually stopped counting after like 5, and we were still counting.
Facts.
Lyrically, Drake did not do.
It's literally on
Come
cam
on,
now,
yo.
so it's nothing.
Come on.
You know,
Yo, set me up with that.
it's literally on cam.
Now we set you up for that.
But
I'm not saying that I don't.
Hey man,
I
we
didn't
can
dislike.
move on, man.
We can.
Series tie one.
Okay, now I want to speak on. I want to
It's
speak.
one. If you like
Oh,
this.
what time is it? It's 12:20, I think. Drake lost. Remember you said on that.
Oh yeah, I said if it goes 4 days without him replying, then Pusha's winning definitively right now.
Okay,
yeah,
now-
I did say that. So he pushes winning definitively right now.
Can we discuss the reference tracks?
Right now,
Yeah, then we got something else to do. Something else to talk about.
it's a lot of Drake
What?
talk. We already know Drake.
This is about
Drake's
no. This is in regards to the ghostwriting.
Alright.
Okay, so this is my first time actually last week I want to say I was listening to the Quentin Miller reference tracks. The only thing that was taken from Quentin Miller was the hooks and like 2 bars from the intro. Everything like when Quentin's rapping part comes on, that none of that shit is used. So I'm confused into your perspective on that. Drake doesn't write his music.
But now you're at the same time you're using other people for.
Okay, so let's talk about Nas. Let's talk about Nas. Let me speak.
We're not talking about.
I'm gonna give you because I made this
It's
point
fucked up
and
because
you.
everyone does it.
No. Let me speak. No, we're gonna
all
talk about. We're gonna talk about Nas right now because on one mic he took like the first 4 bars from his homeboy.
The first 4 bars.
What it was like? All I need is one mic. The whole like that whole first part.
That
It
broke
was
my
on
heart.
Rapture.
That broke my heart
I
when
sent
y'all
you the
said
video. He said.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like 4 bars, but it was like the intro of.
It wasn't
the
the
song.
Jesus part, was it?
No, it was like all I need. It was like literally the beginning, and then he took it from there. But all I'm saying is that if you listen to the reference track, and which I never did, because all I did was I heard it when Flex dropped it, and then
Fuck Funk Master Flex. Man.
nah,
He's a whack ass
But-
nigga, bro. I always thought that though before this shit.
that's beside the point.
He's
That's beside
corny,
the
bro.
point. But when I listen to the reference track like on the radio, and you don't get past like once you hear 10 bands, 50 bands, 100 bands, like you just is like, oh my gosh, it's the reference track, and you don't necessarily listen to the whole thing.
That's the thing.
Quentin's rapping part is terrible.
I knew this
Like,
for the whole time. I just
swear
took
to
all
God,
the,
I
all
was
the
like,
blues.
yo,
Like, all right.
yo, I listened
he
to
don't
it.
write his shit, okay.
No, but I listened to it. I'm like, Drake. The entire rapping part is Drake. The only part that was and then even in the 10 bands, 50 bands, 100 bands, you can tell where the parts where Drake inserted like, no, you're not gonna say that part. Put this here, because Drake changed the words. So I want to know from your perspective, Like,
From the hater
do you
perspective.
consider
Just
no
keep it
because
100.
you keep saying that he doesn't write like but the only reason I feel like a lot of people in this generation are influenced by different podcasts they listen to, different interviews they see, all the shit they see on social media. They're not judging like from their personal perspectives. I'm only saying this because I listen to what people say. I heard someone deliberately say that, and you can't make that. If you listen to the songs, there's no way that you can just say that analysis. You can come up with that analysis, like, and then you pick and choose when your rules apply to certain rappers. Like that's true.
How is that true?
Because when I said the thing about Nas, when I said Nas took like a bar, you said, "Oh, Nas is already solidified in the game."
Can't speak, so.
Now you can speak.
I'm
I'm just saying, you said, and I'm not saying, we all know Nas writes his raps, but I'm saying artists 100%, you might get a bar, somebody might say, don't say this, say this. That's not somebody writing for you. You might get a hook. That's not somebody, I mean, of course he's writing for you, but if it's a melodic song that Drake is singing on, don't tell me, I don't want to hear no fucking reference track to that.
But at the same time, like,
Show me a verse. Show me a 30 for 30. Show me
That's what I always say.
Show me something like that, and then I'm like, okay.
Cause that nigga Drake is
Like,
kind of a pop star.
Show me some.
that's why I consider him a pop star.
Show me a reference track
But
like
it's
that.
beautiful because he's still a rapper.
No, but show me a reference track like
This
that.
for me, just like, as long as if you have somebody like penning your stuff, as far as like your credibility, this is all I'm trying to get at.
Nigga,
You said Kanye was number one of this generation.
Kanye West is number one. He's a number one artist, yes. With lyricists, I don't put Kanye West as a
Yeah.
I haven't heard one lyrical track by Drake
know,
that niggas have said he didn't write. That's all I'm like. If you tell me one, then I'll shut the fuck up right now.
As
Like,
I put
tell me
artists
one.
and lyricists at two different things. Kanye
But
West is
we're
one of
not.
the greatest artists.
No, I said I asked you this before. I said who's the GOAT of this
Niggas can't tell
generation?
me. See, niggas
I
can't tell
said
me
no.
one.
I asked him. I said who's the GOAT of this generation? He said Kanye.
I just said tell me one lyrical song that Drake didn't write out of his catalog. Like,
I didn't hear you, I'm sorry.
but
I would like to
tell me
hear that.
one song. Like I'm talking about like the 4 p.m. in Calabasas, the songs Western Road Flows. Like,
But I'm
the
just saying,
songs
like,
where
after
you-
Can you name one?
Just can you just like don't say
I don't
anything
know,
else?
like,
Yes or no?
after that stuff, I don't know what he wrote after that.
After what? Okay, so
Everything might
So
be
you're just one of the people that
are we gonna just disregard what I just
So you
said?
just question his whole.
Y'all asking me two different things, so I'm like, can't like.
We're asking the same thing.
Nah,
Dude,
he's
let
asking
me
about-
get him, dude.
Go ahead.
Now I'm getting teed up.
Go ahead.
Nah, this is my thing. Like, if you have like a ghostwriter or anything, pretty much is like anything you do is like, it's just.
So you're
questionable
one of
as
them
far as,
people
like, the MC
that.
list.
So you're just questioning
But as far as
everything.
artists,
So then you're questioning everybody. You're questioning everybody in the rap game.
No,
Then.
not really, because a lot of people don't.
Listen, Jamal. So you're just questioning. You're questioning
Who doesn't have a
everything.
ghostwriter? Do lots of ghostwriters?
How do you know? How do you know? Are you
Just don't let me get
there?
to
Are
my
you
shit.
there?
That's my point.
Wait, let me ask you.
Yo, I can't talk about.
Okay, go ahead.
Nah, y'all go ahead, man.
Okay, I'll go. How many people say that Drake? How many people say that Hov bites from Biggie? Point proven. It happens to the great of them. Like it happens to all the greats.
You don't hear Kiss Styles? You never heard of those guys.
Yeah,
The
but-
great lyricists
Yeah,
who
but
has like a
okay,
ghostwriter.
this is the difference between
My whole thing is as far as being a lyricist, not an artist, a lyricist.
Oh,
You
okay.
cannot be one of the top lyricists in the game.
Nigga.
And then we said name a lyrical song that has a reference track
That's all
from
I've
Drake.
been asking
That's what I'm
for 10
asking.
minutes. If
I'm
you're
not
gonna
talking
say
about
10
no
bands is a
DJ
lyrical
rhythm,
song,
blam. I'm not talking about no shit like
then I'm
that.
asleep.
Show me a reference track from Drake that was
Nigga.
of him rapping, of somebody else rapping.
The
Please.
Know Yourself part of Clinton is not lyrical. The second verse where Drake raps slightly, that is still not even lyrical. That's what I'm saying. It's just like
But Jamal, we're asking you.
I just want to.
I don't know.
Okay, even on
But
10
listen,
bands.
okay,
show
all right,
me.
listen. So
Show me.
you're saying you don't know. That's cool. So you're just one of the niggas that just questions everything now off of those tracks. Is that
can
what it
say
is?
that, yeah.
Okay, so you have no proof of anything. You're just discrediting and
You
questioning
never know what
everything.
he's writing now after that. That's all I'm
But
saying.
if with no proof, can't you question everyone? That's my point.
Will.
No, because now if you never had like a ghostwriting track,
Nigga,
all right, if you never
Drake
had-
is on
I'm not
top.
gonna
Like,
question something.
listen,
No.
who would
For
care?
example,
Didn't you
Go
say
ahead, I'll let
Kim
get
was
your
in your
shit.
top
Go
10
ahead,
lyricists
no,
of all
no.
times?
Hold
And
up.
doesn't she have a reference track?
she has a lot of reference tracks.
But she's in your
Nah,
top
listen.
10
Go ahead.
Like,
Come on,
I can't
like-
explain my.
Nah, go ahead.
Let him go.
Crazy, son.
Let him go.
Kim thing about with the ghostwriting thing, she had her engineer. They were explaining. They're like, "Yo, Little Kim actually wrote her rhymes. Biggie Smalls is there just helping her."
I agree.
With the, I guess the.
I agree.
Thing. So
Okay.
that says, all right,
I
you wrote your shit.
agree.
And she's rapping before Biggie Smalls. Too.
Answer this for me though, Jamal. Answer this. If word came out right now that 2 Chainz or Meek Mill or Action Bronson had a ghostwriter, is that a #1 trend on Twitter?
Absolutely, yeah. If they had a ghostwriter, yeah, because you think that they write their own shit the whole time. They're not going to be considered a right lyricist if you have a ghostwriter. Get the fuck out of here, son.
Nah,
Nigga.
Meek Mill might try to be.
Meek Mill maybe.
Meek Mill
maybe.
Anything
My
short
point.
like that.
My point is.
That's kinda
My point is Drake having that shit and him saying that he's the best for all these years, and for that coming out. That's news, and then you're number one. Niggas are trying to tear my nigga down. You feel me? Like that's what it is.
No, but all
because you can question all of these niggas is what I'm saying. But the fact that it was Drake with a reference track, it's like, my nigga, that's crazy. Like, and I agree. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's like Kendrick or somebody like having some shit. But it's like, but it's number one. That's what comes with it. Like, y'all niggas heard the Jay-Z, I'm not a writer, I'm a biter, 9-minute diss that Cameron did.
That was
9 minutes of Jay-Z biting. It's like, you can do that with any rapper. Like, you can nitpick at any rapper is what I'm saying. But it's like, if you choose to discredit everything off of that, then, hey man, live your life, King. You feel me? But I'm just saying, like, it is what it is.
It's a
But
general opinion.
you can question anyone though, is
But
what I'm saying.
to your point about Kim is what I'm saying is I believe Kim wrote her stuff, but I'm saying someone put an allegation out there and now people question if she writes, if like, well, Kim, they always say, oh, Biggie wrote for Kim. That shit gets me tight. But you said the same thing about Foxy. I said, anytime they bring up a female rapper, y'all be like, oh, so-and-so wrote for them. Like, Kim has one of the, don't even get me started.
I told y'all this Drake shit wasn't
Kim
gonna be
is
20
like-
minutes. Remember in the group
It's 30,
chat?
it's 36.
That niggas like, we're gonna keep it at 15. Like, yeah, okay.
How's it, is it still recording and shit? Oh, I'm surprised. I'm glad that shit be cut off right
Kim has her album like that's a certified classic, and when people try to make an allegation like that, they're trying to discredit her.
We gotta
And I
go
think
there.
that happens for like when people try to do that for Hov, it's the same thing, and the same thing for Drake. I don't know. So
Oh, you
it
team
is what it
Pusha,
is.
right?
I'm team.
I've been hurting your feelings.
Facts, real. That's the team I'm
So
on.
if we team,
So I
if we
feel like
talk,
it's a
if
lot
we
of things
look,
that
if we team Truth,
was not.
But was I not objective though? I'm being
I feel
unprofessional.
like it's
but
a lot of things that
I was objective.
was
I feel
not
like.
really.
I said Pusha's
First
winning right now.
of
you
okay.
saying thank you, but what are you saying
Okay.
though?
Because, like, that ass, like, once
it's a
you
lot
have
of
anything,
things
my whole
that
point is.
wasn't-
Oh, you can go ahead. I'm sorry.
that we didn't like.
Like
I
what?
don't know. I don't feel like. All right. So for example, I heard a lot of like mention about y'all was going through numbers with bars.
Mm-hmm.
Can we agree that are we talking about quantity or are we talking about quality?
I'm talking about quality.
I'm talking about-
I'm
I'm talking
about quality?
I'm talking about quality
I'm talking about
bars.
But can we agree that the quality can override quantity?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, and we just said that we are riding for the truth and facts, correct?
If that's the
Always.
case, yeah, I would say
Okay, and we're talking about the fashion of it being a diss track. Mm-hmm. So overall, if we was to add all these different aspects that we just spoke on, we're gonna say that Drake's
that. We
overall-
were solely talking bar for bar. We keep saying that. Cause he said
Okay,
Drake,
so y'all having a bar debate.
Yeah.
that's what I said.
Pusha's-
That's all we
Y'all having a
said.
bar debate. So y'all not.
Yeah.
So y'all know already overall that
we
Pusha
said-
got it.
No,
No, I didn't
Pusha's
say-
diss
I-
had more impact.
It
That's
has
what I'm
more
saying.
impact, but I'm
And-
saying
But right
bar
now,
for bar.
Pusha T got
Yeah,
it.
Who got it?
Right now,
Yeah, I
Pusha's
said
winning.
got it.
Pusha's
Pusha's winning right
exactly.
now.
Okay.
But
But
Drake's
this is
gonna
what we keep
respond,
saying.
though.
Y'all was
That's
having
all.
so basically y'all was having it's a bar debate.
That's all we said. I said,
Yeah.
yo,
Okay.
I was surprised because I thought Pusha was gonna have the more lyrical and like,
Yeah, that's what I said.
thought he was gonna have the more lyrical diss, and I feel like Drake outbarred him, but Pusha had more impact because of the stuff that he's talking about. I don't think lyrically I don't think he bodied Drake.
My
We're
nigga.
talking rap, and the only reason why we're pointing this out to Jamal because he's always like, oh, lyrical, like that's him. So then he's bumping Little Yachty, and then I don't know. I'm confused.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about your aux game on the ride to New York, Jamal. We're not gonna do
I didn't even have the aux score, man. That was you.
I know, because I took it.
Nah, I was like, yo, I need to get there so you can have it.
Hey,
My aux game
man,
was on fire.
listen.
But what's the next topic? I'm done with these two guys. It's
Oh my God! Now he's done with us.
Yo, to wrap it up, man. To wrap it up, man.
Hold on.
Can I wrap it up?
To wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
I'm wrapping up.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, like
To wrap, Pusha is winning overall right now. Drake is
Drake
winning.
has to respond.
Drake dropped a more lyrical track, but Pusha is winning overall in the beef. What happens next, we'll see.
Nothing.
And you know
See,
Drake
that's
is
that
gonna
hate
respond.
to be
Good
continued.
music is good music
Jamal.
the whole time. Good
Jamal,
music.
but
that's
Jamal,
some
do you really think Drake is
bullshit.
not going to respond?
No, he's not kidding. He's dead serious.
You know
He was
Drake is
some
going to
bullshit.
respond.
When?
Drake is the pettiest nigga.
When is he gonna respond?
It doesn't matter. Pusha took 3 years to respond to 2 birds, 1 stone, right? I'm just saying. I'm not giving him a 3-year pass, but I'm just saying. You know Drake is going to respond.
We did give him a 3-year pass. I forgot all
Like,
about
let's
that
keep
shit.
it 100. Like Pusha only responded in the magazine.
We'll just have
Let's
to
keep
wait
it
and
100,
see.
man.
Whatever. Let's talk
Fuck
about
Pusha T and anybody that love him.
Weezy.
Wait, what? I'm
No,
like,
that's
wait,
what
what?
Wade
He's better than
said.
Drake as a rapper.
Pusha T is not better than Drake.
He didn't outbox.
Lyrically?
He's not.
Are
Hold
you,
on,
are you
lyrically?
kidding me? Do you
Wait,
want to do a
what?
break, bar
Wait.
breakdown of Pusha T?
Wait.
Nigga, we've talked about these two niggas for
Hold
40
on, no.
Lyrically, Pusha
So
T.
you like all these two niggas?
Guys, no, we are wrapping this up.
He sang
No.
LeBron in his 6
Nigga, he's better than what?